Welcome back to Valesżzine. I want to start today with a question, not a rhetorical one, an actual question I want you to sit with. When was the last time you moved through your day as her? Not as the woman managing everything, not as the woman performing calm while internally running on empty, but as her, the version of you that is rooted, certain, unhurried. If you had to think about it for more than a few seconds, this episode is for you. Today we're going to talk about a daily practice of dark feminine embodiment. Not the concept, not the aesthetic, the actual practice. What it looks like when you wake up, what it looks like when you're triggered, what it looks like in your finances, your relationships, your energy, every single day. So, what does embodiment actually mean? Most women understand dark feminine energy intellectually before they even feel it in their body. They can describe it, they can recognize in other women, they follow the accounts, they save the quotes, they resonate with the philosophy, but resonating with something is not the same as living it. Embodiment means it is no longer a concept you agree with. It is a state you return to. It is the default you come back to when life pulls you off center. And boy, do life does pull you off center. The woman who has embodied her dark feminine energy is not the woman who never gets triggered. She is the woman who gets triggered and does not abandon herself in response. She does not spiral. She does not over-explain. She does not chase clarity from someone who sources her from her confusion. She gets still. She gets quiet. And she waits until she can respond from her center instead of her wound. That takes practice, daily practice, and it even starts before the trigger ever arrives. These are the 3 daily anchors I really want you to sink into. There are 3 things I want you to build into every single day. Not occasionally, not when you feel inspired, every day. The first anchor is morning stillness. Before your phone, before the news, before anyone needs anything from you, 10 minutes of complete silence where you exist without performing, without managing, without producing. This is not meditation in the traditional sense. It is simply the practice of being with yourself before the world gets to you. It is how you remember who you are before the noise tells you who to be. A woman who skips this is a woman who spends her entire day reacting. A woman who keeps this is a woman who moves through her day from a place of choice. Your second anchor is financial awareness. Every day, not every week, not when you remember, you know what came in and what went out. You are not approximate about your money. You are not avoidant about your money. You have a relationship with it. Because financial clarity is not separate from dark feminine embodiment. It is part of it. A woman who does not know her numbers is a woman who cannot make sovereign decisions. And sovereignty is the entire point. The third anchor is one intentional no. Every day there is at least one moment where something asks for your energy that the answer is no. A conversation that would deplete you, a task that belongs to someone else, a scroll session that is really just avoidance dressed up as a reset. One intentional no is the practice of choosing yourself in real time, not in theory, not in the future, right now. What gets in the way though? Here's what I see most often and what I have lived myself. Women understand the practice, they even begin it, and when life happens, the first thing that goes out the window is the practice. The mornings get busy, the finances feel overwhelming, so avoidance feels safer. The no feels too uncomfortable, so yes comes out instead. And slowly, quietly, without even noticing, you are back to operating from depletion, back to the cycle of overgiving, over-explaining, overthinking, back to the woman you were before you found this philosophy. This is not failure. This is the human pattern. The difference between the woman who embodies this and the woman who only understands it is simply this. She comes back. She notices that she has drifted. She does not shame herself for it. She does not start over from zero. She just returns to the stillness, to the numbers, to the intentional no. Dark feminine embodiment is not a destination you arrive at. It is a direction you keep on choosing every single morning, even the hard ones, especially the hard ones. So here's what I want you to take from today. Pick one anchor, just one. Morning stillness, financial awareness, or one intentional no per day. Commit to it for the next 7 days. Not because 7 days will transform your life, but because 7 days of choosing yourself consistently will show you something about yourself that no amount of content consumption ever could. It will show you that you are capable of returning to yourself over and over, no matter what pulls you away. And that is the whole practice. That is dark feminine embodiment in its most honest form. Not perfection, not performance, just a woman who keeps coming back to herself. This is Valesżzine. I will see you next Thursday.